Break stuff for fun till the world comes undone. It's Rhyme and Reason 525.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why.
Hey there, Tony here, and I hope you're pumped up and revved up and ready to break some stuff, because that's what this is all about. I mean, who doesn't like to break stuff for fun, right? Come on, admit it. You like it. It'd be fun, right? Wouldn't you even like a job doing it? What if you could make six figures just for breaking stuff? Wouldn't you have the perfect job? Wouldn't that be? But who wants a job you got to show up for when you can break stuff anytime, day or night, especially night, without clocking in anywhere? Now, wait a second. Tony, are you coming up with the perfect job for me here, man? You know, when I hear people say the Bible is just a dusty old irrelevant book, I know they haven't read it. I know they haven't read it, because there's no book on earth that's more relevant, particularly nowadays when people are, you can see it, obviously getting meaner and meaner. It's all around. Tell me if these descriptions of people fit anything you've seen or anything you've read in the news lately. People who break stuff and who are lovers of themselves, or lovers of money, or boasters, or maybe they're arrogant. Maybe some of the younger ones are disobedient to parents. How about unthankful people, unloving people, unforgiving people, gossipers? What about them, gossipers? How about people without self-control? How about brutal people? How about those who despise anything good? How about traitors? Ooh, a lot of talk about that in social media. How about the headstrong kind of people? Or people who just love pleasure. They live for pleasure. They move to states like Colorado, here where I live, simply so they can get some of that smoking pleasure. And I'm talking about marijuana, of course. Anyway, not going to go down that path right now. I mean, you don't have to look very long before you see those kind of news stories and videos that are showing these kind of people. You know, I don't watch TV, but I do scan the internet for news stories, and I see those videos. Maybe you even know somebody personally, you know, who's got something going on like that. And every one of those descriptions came right out of the Bible, by the way. All those, you know, gossipers and headstrong and unloving and, you know, on and on. Those all came right out of the Bible. They're in a letter that Paul wrote to Timothy, and he was talking about the last days. I'm not saying, you know, right now that we're in the last days, but you got to admit we appear to be heading there. And ironically, have you noticed how all those lawbreakers that particularly like to walk around at night peacefully protesting, you know, they're only peacefully protesting. Anyway, they all seem to like to do that at night. There's another point where the irrelevant Bible gets it right. And it says how men loved darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. And before you think I'm only picking on the men, that's true for women too. But, you know, what are you supposed to do in the middle of all this destruction? Give up, of course, right? After all, what can you do? Because if you start spouting off teachings from the irrelevant Bible like I'm doing right now, Tony, what are you doing? You're just an old-fashioned, out-of-touch fool. That's the kind of person that does something like that. You know, start talking about what God says about it. You're just old-fashioned. You know, you're out of touch. And you're grossly outnumbered. So why would anybody listen to you or me? On the other hand, you could remember to, as Paul said, continue in the things which you have learned and been assured of, knowing from whom you have learned them. And you should remember God's word is able to make you wise for salvation through faith. So, before you give up, look up. Remember, you're never alone, at least if you choose to believe in the one who is still on his throne. Okay, a little bit of wisdom from the irrelevant, tongue-in-cheek there, irrelevant Bible, Brought to you by TonyFunderburk.com, maker of fine words and music books and merch and so much more. Visit there anytime, and hey, there's even a place where you can get that cool t-shirt that says, "Life has rhyme and reason because God made you."
There's a rhyme and reason.